G'day, cunts! Welcome to episode number... I looked it up and I still fucking forgot. Oh my fucking god, dude. Videos. Episode 37 of the GreenCast, a podcast by me, Mr. GreenCast, where I ramble to myself in a bedroom like a fucking madman. Now, the big elephant in the room is, that I probably want to get through. There's been multiple occasions on this podcast where I've said that I hate doing green texts, they're not fun, and I'm probably not going to do them. But what's this? Why were there 3 new green texts this week? And mostly just the reason is that, like, I don't know, I felt like, especially, like, through this week, I wanted to make something, I wanted to be creative, but I couldn't find any, like, stuff to do commentary on, particularly, that was, like, worth it, or that someone else had already done. Someone actually suggested me yesterday to do, like, this wacky B-movie parody film, but, you know, I looked it up and, like, 3 other people have already done it recently. And I'm just gonna get shit on if I do that, so I obviously can't. So, I don't know, I went through just, like, a phase of where I just needed to create something, and then I'm like, fuck. I mean, again, it's still not that fun to make them, to be honest. The voices are fun and whatnot, but yeah, reading them, not great, because they're so fucking hard to read, because they're so poorly fucking written most of the time. But, alas, I still do them, and I don't know, I might keep up with it at least, for a little bit, because, yeah, there's definitely phases where I'm just like, I need to make something, so I'll just shit out some fucking green text for the week. And my channel, I don't know, fucking... Dude, it fucked me off so much as well, that, like, every time I uploaded something that wasn't a green text, I get people going, "Where's my green text video? Mr. Green Text? More like Mr. Nothing, because he's not doing them." And people are, like, unsubscribing every time I uploaded something that wasn't a fucking green text video. And I fucking upload a green text video, and they still fucking unsubscribed from me. Little fucks. I literally gave you what you wanted, and you're like, nah, fuck him. Fuck that guy that gave us that thing that he asked us, that we've been asking him for a month. Fuck him. God, you fucking cunts. I hate you, but I also love you at the same time. Please don't leave. I want to get to at least 100k, so I can fucking laugh as I shitpost getting an actual fucking award for something. It'd be pretty funny. But, yeah. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, like, another thing that I've been contemplating as well lately is, the way that I usually read comments is, like, through the Studio app. And you can filter just through, like, recent comments, so I don't have to go through every video. It just shows me whatever the most recent comment is. And I'm considering turning off comments for the primitive technology video. And, like, yeah, sure, you know, ignore them and stuff, but it's just getting fucking annoying at this point. Because, like, I'm trying to read, like, the recent comments of other videos and stuff, and I just get bombarded with other stuff. And it's just the same fucking thing over and over again, and I'm just fucking sick of reading it. So, I don't know, I need to probably do some more research, to be honest, to see if I can find out if there's a way that I can, like, turn comments off, but, like, keep the current ones? Because, like, all the top comments are fine, it's just all the most recent ones that I just want to fucking... I don't know, I don't want to fucking see them anymore, but I don't want to turn off comments at the same time, because then it seems like, oh, you can't fucking take it. But I'm just fucking sick of seeing it, to be honest. Like, it just pisses me off, it's just the same thing, it's just... Wow, you're real cringy because you fucking swear a lot. And it's like, fuck up, cunt. Obviously, you watched 30 seconds of the video. And it's just people just going, oh, you fucking... Why don't you go make some content not in your mother's basement, then? As they say, then they have 3 subscribers and no videos. I'm just fucking sick of those comments. So, I don't know, I probably need to look into it. I might just turn off comments completely on that fucking video. Which is annoying, because it is my most popular video, but I'm just fucking sick of it, to be honest. But anyway, on a not so, depressing topic, I guess. You read the title, so you're probably fucking waiting for it. Last week, I was heading into the city, to go play Pokemon Go Community Day. I know, shut the fuck up. I enjoy it still. There is still very much a player base. Go eat a dick. So I was catching the train there because it's easiest, and I don't want to spend fucking $20 on bloody fuel each way, because fuel is pretty fucked with the price at the moment here. So as I literally pull into the train station, this is also like a Saturday at the time, so there's like no one there on the weekends basically compared to like the week. And as I like pull in, there's like a dude walking in the middle of the road, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who is that? And then like as I get closer, I see that it's a police officer, and he's like talking onto his like shoulder radio, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like he's walking in the middle of the road, and as I pull in, he sees me and then just fucking ignores me. And like I have to swerve around him, and he's in the middle of the fucking road. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm like, whatever. He's like looking over at the other side of the train station, and I'm like, oh god, here we fucking go. So I park my car, and then as I get out, I see him like talk a bit louder on his radio, and I didn't quite understand him. Didn't hear what he bloody said. Next minute, he fucking starts like sprinting as fast as he can to the other side of the train station, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I don't know why, but for some reason the first thing that came to mind was, holy shit, is there a fucking bomb here? Am I gonna fucking die? Is there a shooter? What the hell's going on? Why is he sprinting? I don't know, it just put me in like a weird mindset. But I'm like, I'll just try and stay calm, but I might get a good story out of it. I did. So, fucking go up on the stairs, go over to the other side of the train station, and I'm making sure to keep an eye on this bloody officer that's sprinting, and it's like this little ratty fucking 12-year-old, how do I describe it for international audiences? It's like a little ratty, bogan, lad type character. You know, those little fucking kids that have like, fucking Air Nikes and a little druggy bag that they've got hanging off a little Adidas branded shit. Those type of little fucking ratty kids, and he's got this little fucking scooter. And he's talking to like some like random like Aboriginal dude that looks pretty fucking homeless, or they're just like another bogan. And then he sees the cop running towards him, and he just fucking legs it to like some other house that's across the train station, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And obviously I couldn't just stand there because my turn was also coming pretty soon, and I'm like, don't want to be that guy. So I walked back down, and there's two like police officers in like business casual gear is the best way to describe it, I guess. There's one dude in like jeans and like a button-up shirt and a tie, but the cunt had a fucking full-on like Glock strapped to his bloody belt. And then beside him there was like a woman in like business sort of casual like wear, but she had like a police lanyard on, and she had a fucking gun strapped to her bloody belt too. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And they're talking to these two other ratty fucking kids, that both like with their scooters beside him. And the male there had his hand like around one of the kids' forearms, like making sure he doesn't fucking leg it or anything. And they're like talking to them, and then I have to like walk past them to get to the spot on the platform where I have to like catch the train. And as I walk past them, I hear the fucking police officer say, yeah, so that's armed robbery. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What the hell is going on here? And, so I'm trying my hardest to try and be like a sticky beak, but also trying not to be as fucking obvious at the same time at the other end of the station. Meanwhile, everyone else is like looking around at each other like, what the fuck is going on? And then I see the other police officer that was sprinting after the other kid. He's got him in like fucking by the goddamn forearm too, and he's like bringing him back to the other group. And then the guy in the business casual form with a fucking gun to his hip is talking to them all as well. And then just fucking the guy pulls up the police car and takes them all in the police car, and I never see them again. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. I don't know what the fuck they did. I don't know what the hell they used to be classed as an armed robbery. Like, you can try and do sort of shit. I don't know whether they had a fucking knife that they confiscated. I couldn't see anything like that. I like to fucking imagine that there's like some lady walking along the street, and then these 3 teenage kids are like, "Fucking give us your fucking wallet, cunt." And the lady's like, "What? No." And so immediately the kids are like, "We'll fucking bash you with a scooter." And she's like, "Oh, okay, fair enough." And just like hands it over, and then immediately just calls the police. And yeah, so that'd be fucking hilarious if they get armed robbery, but it's just like their scooter. So just imagining just they're in fucking jail. They're in there, people are just asking like, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, armed robbery." "Oh, fucking hell, mate. How the hell did you get an hold of a gun?" "Oh, I bet you just got a bloody knife from your mum." "Nah, I just fucking threatened someone on the street with my scooter and I'll bash her." So yeah, I mean, that's the sort of place that I fucking live. There's quite a few of those characteristics type of there's a few of those characters. I don't know why I said fucking characteristics, Jesus Christ. There's a few of those sort of people. So yeah. Not fucking surprising in the slightest, to be honest. But what else have I got here to fucking talk about? Oh yeah, I've recently like changed up a lot of like major things in my personal life. And they sound kind of sad, but mostly the biggest thing that I've had change is that I've gotten a new fucking desk, boys. And I'll pop in a photo of my whole new setup here. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it bloody looks and everything. Because it's, I don't know, before this, I had this old bloody computer desk that I've been using for probably about 6 to 8 years at this point. It's literally my mum's desk that I just like inherited from her after she got her own little study nook that she had a computer set up in. And I don't know, I just never thought to fucking like upgrade it or anything. It was, I don't know. No, the main reason was because that it was such a giant fucking desk and I didn't want to like unhook everything. I just couldn't be fucked. I didn't want anything to like break or anything in the process. But I've got 2 monitors, as you can see, and then the third monitor, which is a TV, up there. But the previous setup had like a shelf where I could put the bigger TV, but the main thing that fucked me off the most was the fact that it had a CD rack in the middle of it that it was using as like structural integrity for like the top shelf there. And so I couldn't actually take out that CD rack, which means that I couldn't actually push my monitors all the way back, which doesn't sound that bad when you want to say it like that, but then I only have like maybe 20 centimeters between like the monitors and the edge of the desk, which means that I can't put my keyboard or my mouse in front of my monitors. And as well as that I mean, it doesn't have like the keyboard like extension thing. I don't know, the little thing that like the thing that's on rails that goes under your desk. Like I had one of those, which was okay. And I thought also, because obviously now my mouse is on my desk, which I thought would be a little bit weird and hard to get used to, but it's completely fucking fine. But yeeted that fucking desk. It's currently in pieces in the garage because fuck it, it's disassembled it because it's too much of a bastard. And so I went down to my local Bunnings, which is my hardware store, and bought a really nice fucking piece of like, it's called a project panel, but it's like this real nice like dark oak wood thing, and I bought some nice legs that I attached it to. Made myself a little monitor stand, because I don't know, I haven't seen many setups, to be honest, with a monitor stand, but it just makes sense to me. Like, I don't know what it was, but before I had like the monitor stand, before I like made it the same day, I felt like my monitors were a lot smaller than they are. Like, it adds like that, I don't know how to describe it. It makes them feel bigger for some reason, just because they're like a little bit higher, I guess. And I'd only really seen these before, like, actually the first time I seen them was like in Corridor Digital. They have a YouTube channel called Corridor Crew, and it's just usually them fucking around in the office and whatever the hell. And there's a couple of them, most of them actually, have like monitor stands, and it's fucking great because it elevates your monitors. Plus, you still have the whole bloody desk space where you can tuck stuff underneath your monitors, and you know, unless you have like wall-mounted ones. I mean, you could have the same thing, but I don't know. I actually kind of like the whole that aesthetic of that stand as well. And it's great, because I can tuck my fucking wallet and my keys and everything else, and I've still got so much desk space and free real estate that I can use. And it's just so freeing, to be honest. And I did a little bit of good old cable management to a degree, because I've got really long cables that I can't do anything about. And it's so neat, and it's so great, and I've wanted a fucking setup like this for ages. I literally spent, like, 2 weeks, like, watching, this dude called Random Frank P. And he has, like, this series called, Best Gaming Setups and whatever the hell. I was just getting fucking inspired, and I'm like, oh, I want to get rid of my old fucking desk. And so, yeah, I mean, the desk wasn't cheap, to be honest. Well, I mean, you know, so that was a whole fucking thing, too. I wanted specifically an oak sort of style dark wood desk. And majority of people with the same sort of style that I wanted, a lot of their stuff was from IKEA. So I'm like, alright, I'll have a look through IKEA. And just the wood itself was like $150. And I'm like, what the fuck for a piece of wood? And a lot of them, I can't remember what, I think it's called like the Alexa, like desk drawers that they'd like mounted on. And that's what a lot of people had. So I'm like, I'll have a look at that. And all up, it would have been like almost $200. And I'm like, can't afford that. Fuck that right off. So yeah, I ended up just like looking around for ages trying to find some like a good piece of wood. And then yeah, it just turned out Bunnings had like this giant 2-meter fucking giant project panel that they called for $100. And then I think the legs were like $4 each. And yeah, they hold it up completely fine. Everything on the desk, and I've still got heaps more space left over. Oh, my mouth's getting dry. I need to drink again. But yeah, also like the other thing that's great about this fucking desk as well is that my last desk, for some fucking reason, I don't know whether it's just shoddily built, but it had like a bunch of these panels trying to like hold itself together. And it had like this panel that went from, I don't know how to describe it, but it had like this footrest essentially, which meant that I couldn't actually fully push my chair fully under the desk. And it always, if I wanted to get between, like, it's also right behind or beside my bed. And so every time I get out in the middle of the morning, what the fuck am I saying? Every time I get out of bed in the morning, I have to, like, awkwardly maneuver around my fucking chair, but I can tuck it fully under my desk now, and I've still got, like, a good 30-40 centimeters between, like, me and the chair now, so I've got all this space that I can actually walk between the desk and my bed, which sounds retarded, but I haven't been able to do that for 8 years! Oh, it's so fucking, I don't know, it's just really great to just, you know, sometimes just re-fucking organize your own fucking space, and it feels like you've got a whole new space to you. I don't know. It's just really fucking good to do that, I think, to be honest. But on the topic of getting new things and whatever, I yeeted my old phone, and I decided to, splooge a bit, and I got a Galaxy S10. And fuck me, that was a goddamn escapade just to get this fucking bastard too. So, with my Galaxy S10, I originally went out with the intention of just paying it off month by month on some sort of plan, doing like BPay, which is like a form of just repayment, or some other plan like that. So I'm like, I can afford it, I can pay it month by month, and that'll be fucking plenty of fine. Then I'll be good, still have plenty of money to fuck around with. So I pre-ordered the phone. I had to go out of my way to pre-order specifically from a certain place because a lot of them had the Galaxy like Buds, which are like the Galaxy version of like AirPods, which I don't fucking need because I got my own Bluetooth headphones. And I found this one place that did it for $100 cheaper, but didn't come with the headphones. And I'm like, fucking perfect. Don't want the headphones. $100 cheaper. I will pre-order it from Kogan, which is like an Australian sort of tech reseller, I guess, which is kind of like Amazon, but not really. It's the best way to describe it. So I pre-ordered it from there, and it said that it'll ship off on... when would it say? What's March? I think like the 10th? What's the last one? February. Yeah, it's supposed to ship off like the 4th, I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it must have been like the 4th. It's supposed to ship off on like a Monday. So that Monday came around, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh no, I'm missing the whole payment thing over here. I'm skipping it over. Yeah, so I pre-ordered it like a couple weeks before it's supposed to ship. And I'm like, perfect. So I go through the payment stuff, and they have like a Samsung payment plan that goes for like 12 months. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll do that. And then I read the fine print, and it says that I need one of 3 specific credit cards to be able to do this payment plan. And I'm like, oh, what? And there was no option at all for any fucking payment plans apart from these 3 specific credit cards for the Samsung Pay shit. And there's no fucking way that I was signing up with a fucking whole new credit card just so I could pre-order this shit. So I'm like, dude, I'm so fucked, what the hell? So I'm like, I didn't want to have to do it. So I paid it all fucking up outright, 1.2 grand. Fucking yikes, my PayPal's basically non-existent at this point now. So I just fucking paid it outright. And then, well, hang on, let me rephrase it. I tried to pay it outright through PayPal, even though I had the money all in my account balance. It instead tried to take the money from my linked bank through my PayPal. And I'm like, what the fuck? There was no option when I was trying to pay for it to take out my account PayPal balance. Instead, it was trying to take it out the balance through my bank. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why the shit? And there was no other option. I couldn't fucking change it. So, instead, I had to transfer the money from my PayPal account to my bank to then pay for the phone through PayPal through my bank. And I'm like, I want to fucking die! Why is it this fucking hard? Take my money, cunt! So yeah, I had to fucking wait a whole 3 days for that to whole go through. And then, yeah, once that fucking went through, I had to transfer money back because my PayPal was fucking sapped from my bank to my PayPal, so at least there's something in there. So I had to do this whole fuck around. And then eventually, May 4th, the shipment date that it said on my order was supposed to ship through. And that day quickly came and then went. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did it not ship? That's quite strange. That's weird. So I'm like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow. It's probably fine. It gets to tomorrow, nothing fucking happens. And then I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What's going on? So I send an email to them and I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Said it was supposed to ship like yesterday. It's Wednesday. Just wondering what's going on with my order. And then the next day, I get a generic fucking email that says, hello customer, we are sorry to advise you that this specific model of phone is sold out and we cannot fulfill your order. And I'm like, what do you mean? I pre-ordered it 3 fucking weeks ago. How do you not have stock to ship my fucking order, you piece of shit? But thankfully, they said that they can actually ship the dual SIM version for completely free and no added cost. And I'm like, fuck yeah, give me that. So I just replied, and it just said, reply to this email if you want to do that. And I'm like, yes, give me that fucking dual SIM for free, you cunt. So then it goes through the entire week, still no response, no update on whether they're actually gone through. And it gets to the next Monday. And then I'm like, there's still no update. Why is it not fucking shipped yet? What the hell is going on? I have not heard anything yet. And then it gets to like Wednesday or Thursday again that week, and I'm like emailing them every day, just like, what the fuck's going on? Where's my bloody phone? I've had no response, just really want an update. This is horrible service. And they just said, oh yeah, it's shipped now. Here's your tracking info. It'll activate in the next 24 hours. And I come in and wait 3 extra days. There's still no update apart from the tracking number provided. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I've been fucked over. In my head, I'm like, alright. Because I've done this a few times too with my business, where, like, the shipping date where it's supposed to ship through needs to be hit, so you just generate the shipping label which has the tracking number and just give it to them, so then they have the tracking number. And so I'm like, I bet you they haven't even fucking shipped it. They've just generated the fucking the tracking number. So I email them, I'm like, please just tell me it's actually shipped. And yeah, a couple days later after that, it arrives in Australia. And then I'm like, hold on a fucking minute. Kogan's an Australian website. What is this shit going on? And yeah, apparently, my phone shipped from fucking Spain. For some fucking reason. Because when it finally fucking arrived, it was default in Spanish. And I'm like, what the fuck? And yeah, immediately all of the booklet was the main one was in Spanish. I had to get they shipped a fucking extra adapter. So yeah, that's how they were fucking able to get a little bit cheaper, because they fucking bought it from another country and just rebranded it, fucking cunts, and then I had to fucking fuck around to get it back into English again. And, I mean, yeah, finally, I've got my new bloody phone, and Jesus Christ, it's so much better than my Galaxy S7. My S7, I could definitely tell. I got it, like, mid-2016. It's starting to, like, shit the bed a bit. A lot of the apps are starting to get pretty slow. Pokemon Go is real fucking slow now. Starting to lag a lot. But also just like the camera on it is just getting real fucking dated. A lot of the low light situations, which is majority of what I spend my time in, is just garbage in, and looks like it's fucking looks like a fucking potato. I'll put it like that. And so that's how I kind of justified the cost of the Galaxy S10 to myself, because I still don't really have like a decent camera. I mean, I've got like a decent webcam that I've been filming my commentary videos on, but the Galaxy S10, if you didn't know, has 3 lenses inbuilt into it. It has the normal lens, it has the wide-angle lens, and a telephoto lens. And I think at the moment, honestly, it's probably in like the top 3 phones with like the best camera at the moment, in probably order, probably Google Pixel, probably iPhone, and then Galaxy S10. So that's how I justified it to myself. And also, it has a fucking headphone jack, which goddamn bless, because I still use headphones occasionally, or, well, I plug an aux into my car. More like, so I use it a lot. So my phone needed to fucking have an aux port. So yeah, I don't know. I've been using it for probably about 2 weeks at this point, and fuck it, it feels a lot faster. Because it is. And it's also just a lot snappier, I realized too. I can switch between apps real fucking easy, and it's pretty much fucking instantaneous. The fingerprint reader is something to be desired. However, it does actually get better once you register the same fingerprint more than once, which is hilarious, which is something you actually can't do on most other smartphones, which I don't know if that's a bug, but fuck, the bug works, I guess. But what's also hilarious is my new phone is now better than my current laptop that I have. It has better fucking specs than it. Literally, my laptop that I have at the moment, I think it's from like fucking 2012, so I mean, what's that? Fucking 7 years goddamn difference, which I mean, I'm sure. But fuck, it's just weird comparing it to like a phone that fits in my hand to like my laptop, which is, I don't know, how big is that? Like 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters? And it's pretty thick boy too. It's probably like an inch and a half thick, maybe, to be honest. And I know I just fucking used Imperial, but, you know, it's probably just easier. It's hard to gauge from the distance that I'm looking at it, and I can't be fucked getting up. But, literally, my laptop has 4 gigabytes of RAM. The hard drive space is a funny story, because the laptop I noticed was getting horrendously fucking slow, even after I did a complete system reset on it and just reinstalled Windows. Was still being a cunt. So I actually just bought a really cheap SSD drive and whacked it in there, and it seems to be going completely fine now. I mean, the laptop's basically just turned into like a movie and Netflix machine at this point. It's just hooked up to my TV, because I can't be fucked with a Chromecast or anything else. But yeah, it seems to be going completely fine now. So it's got 120 gigabyte SSD in there. I can't remember the fucking CPU. But my phone, however, has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, Plus, it actually came with a free extra 128GB SSD drive. Micro SSD drive. Nope, micro SD card. Fuck me, that took a few times. So, in all, that is 256, I think? Yeah, 256 gigabytes of storage on my phone, which, I don't know, that's not going to fill up any fucking time soon. Unless I'm filming in, like, 4K, which might fill up pretty fucking quick. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about any sort of, like, storage on the phone anymore, especially like photos that back up to like Google Drive at this point. Yeah. It's just fucking hilarious to me that it's finally come to a point where just like, oh yeah, my phone shits on my laptop and can play like full like 3D games. Like I downloaded some Dragon Ball game the other day on it, and the graphics are actually really fucking good, and the game runs really well on the phone, which is hilarious because my laptop could not fucking handle it at all. But yeah, it's good, it's snappy, would recommend, but you know, if you're poor, then I don't know, get a fucking plan and then be locked in. I don't know, dude. But yeah, that was fucking that. I don't know, I've been going through a lot of changes. It makes me sound like I'm fucking new me. Nah, just fucking changing up my spaces and splooging on my phone, flexing all my YouTube money that's going down the drain because my views got halved. Oops. Hopefully GreenCast should fucking fix that shit again. Oh man, I need a fucking drink again. Oh, alright, time to get in the fucking nerdy fucking shit here of the podcast. So, if you didn't already know, the DC EU and most DC films, they're not in a good state at the moment. They're kind of like up in the air whether this is going to be an actual connected universe at this point, which is really weird because Aquaman is still in the, like, that universe. Wonder Woman 2 is still going through. I assume Shazam is also in the same universe. But, like, there's the Joker film that's not in the current timeline. But also, you know, Ben Affleck's gone now. Henry Cavill's most likely not coming back because Warner Brothers doesn't want to do anything with Superman for some fucking reason. Cyborg recently, Ray Fisher is gone from Cyborg. The Cyborg film got cancelled. And Ezra Miller has been trying to get the Flash film being made for about 4 years at this fucking point, the poor bastard. That Flash solo film has been gone through, I think, 4 directors at this fucking point. Anywhere between Rick Fukuyama? I'm probably butchering his name. I don't know. He fucking left because of creative differences. There was another dude who'd only written scripts and never directed a film. He was going to direct for some fucking reason. He's gone. And now, with the current director, Ezra Miller's just not happy with the script. And Ezra Miller's contract is also going to expire at the end of next month with being the Flash. So, and Warner Brothers, I don't think it's going to fucking renew his contract anytime soon. So, he's been given an ultimatum at the moment, where Ezra Miller is currently writing a new script with, I think, Grant Morrison, which is another well-known comic book writer. Yeah, so he's writing a new script with him because he just fucking hates the new script that the directors are doing. And basically, if he and Grant Morrison can't get a script made that then is approved by Warner Brothers, then Ezra Miller's just fucking leaving the Flash. Which, I don't know, I kind of liked his portrayal in the Justice League, but it's literally only been that one appearance, and it's not really that much to be missed, to be honest. Let me just have a quick Google. Ezra Miller Flash. Grant Morrison. Let me see. Ezra Miller Flash script. Oh, fucking, that's interesting. as I just quickly Google it, there was apparently a news story 3 hours ago that the Flash directors sign on for a different project. Comedy action, the creeps, the Flash doesn't look like yeah, so not fucking looking good that film's ever gonna fucking happen at this point because they can't keep a director at all. But it's just really weird to me that obviously the way to fix all this shit is just make a goddamn Flashpoint film and then just have it reboot all the characters with different people. Like, I could fucking write the script. It's not that goddamn hard, dude. I don't understand why they don't realize that that's how they could possibly fix everything. But it's even just like greenlighting weird films left, right, and center. Like, I was just googling before, like, there's a New Gods film, which is like a really obscure part of the DC universe, which could be good, to be honest, but is also being directed by the woman who did A Wrinkle in Time, which, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. But yeah, it's also just a weird place at the moment, I guess, for, like, DC. And also just comic book films in general with Endgame ending. You should probably mute Facebook. Oops. But also with, like, Fox also fully going through and bought Disney, as you probably already know. And it also came out recently that Fox is apparently getting rid of literally every single X-Men that they have at the moment, except for Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. Which, fair fucking enough at this point. But also it puts it in a weird position where The Dark Phoenix is also coming out, I think, sometime mid of this year. But also that New Mutants film that everyone seems to have forgotten. Either there's been rumors of either more reshoots or the film's just going straight to streaming services instead. Which is a fucking weird film at the same time, because let me just quick Google New Mutants. It's like an X-Men horror film, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't know, but it literally has like Maisie Williams and like a bunch of other like big name people in it. Yeah, Maisie Williams and like a bunch of like other like bigger B, C list sort of people in it. And yeah, the fate of that film is just like in the fucking air now, and who fucking knows at this point what the hell's gonna happen to it, because yeah, Disney's just like, mine now. And apparently with the Disney Fox merger, Marvel have access to like 3,000 characters now, again somehow, I don't know. Which means all that Disney have left at this point is to buy Sony, which, who knows at this point. Alright, I think it's time for that autistic part of the podcast that everyone fucking looks forward to for some reason. And it is, of course, where you can send questions to me. Now, you can either do that through my email, mrgreentext@gmail.com. That's Mr. Greentext with an S on the end of that. Or the new way, as I was saying last week, is you're going to have to probably do it through Discord now in the GreenCast channel. Because YouTube fucked my goddamn bloody creator, I've already forgotten, community post. There was a point where I was getting like 60 to 70 comments on my posts. And it probably doesn't help that, again, I went over that in like a bit of a hiatus. But I literally get 2 to 3 comments now at this point. My reach is just fucked at this point. And there's much more of a community on Discord that I know will at least ask me stuff. So if you do want to ask me stuff, email me if you want to remain somewhat sort of anonymous. Let me know if you do want to remain anonymous, or just read your fucking name. Or just do that through the Discord. And I will do that. Actually, let me just check the email. I don't think I got anything this week, but I will just double check anyway. Gmail, Mr. Greentext. Nope, it's just telling me to sort out my fucking ad. Alright, so the first question I have is from Marcus Australis, and he says, still not caring about politics now that Article 13 passed. Short answer, yes. Long answer is that there's nothing that I could have done as an Australian citizen that would have affected the EU, passing Article 13 anyway. or arguably even any citizen of the EU trying to stop them, because there's so much fucking pushback for it, and they're all just like, nah. And the thing that fucks me up the most about that sort of shit going through is that they're all, I can guarantee there's fucking no one there under 30, and none of those fucking old fossil cunts know how the fucking internet works. And they've obviously been bribed by a fucking big man corporation to like pass this shit through. But the thing that even annoys me the most is that there was like 3 to 4 fucking people that accidentally voted in favor and they couldn't take it back because they purposefully made it hard to understand, and they thought they were voting against it but accidentally voted for it, and they're like, yeah, fuck, we wanted to like take it back but they told us no. And that's just so fucked that can go through. And the fact that there's multiple people doing it, I don't understand why there isn't just, like, a redo. It's just so dumb. And that's why I fucking hate politics, because even as, like, a citizen, they say they represent the people, but they fucking don't. Like, it's just, there's nothing that I can fucking do at this point, and I just don't give a shit enough to really care for it, to be honest, because there's nothing that I can fucking do. Dave ID, on the same sort of line, says, do you like there's a meme accommodation in Article 13? That's probably the only decent thing to come out through it. But however, there's still like the fucked thing that Article 11, I'm pretty sure still went through. Haven't googled that. Don't really can be bothered to at the same time, which is like the link tax thing, which, you know, means every time I post a link, I have to fucking pay a fee, which fuck that right off as well. But they also have 2 years to implement this into law now, so we're not fucked immediately. It's just, you know, wording the law now, I guess, that we have to be worried about. Let's see. Two Booty says, what are your thoughts on slowly decaying corpse of TikTok? I don't care for it. The only real, you know, exposure I really have to TikTok is through PewDiePie. And his, like, TikTok compilations. Don't really care for it. I only actually learned recently that Musical.ly rebranded into TikTok, and I didn't realize that Musical.ly is actually TikTok, and that just makes me hate it even fucking more. But yeah, fuck it right off. I don't care for it, but there's some good memes occasionally from it. Star says, thoughts on weeaboos. Thoughts on weeaboos. I don't know, I don't really have that much, like, sure, it's fucking cringe with people just been, like, thinking they're a part of Japanese culture because they watch anime so religiously and think that they can speak Japanese. But sure, I have no doubt that you can learn some phrases and, you know, words in Japanese, but just saying, like, I watch anime, so I know I can basically just live in Japan at this point. Like, I guess there's just, like, levels to weeaboo. But I guess it's like levels to like anything like that in that sort of like fandom-esque sort of thing. Like there's always the extremes. Like you can be a bit of a weeb liking anime. Like I personally, the only real fucking anime I watch is the Dragon Ball like stuff. Most other stuff just doesn't fucking interest me at all, and I just don't care for it. But yeah, I don't know. Like most fandoms, I guess there's people on the low edge and there's people on the high edge. I drink a yogurt out of a cup. Says, thoughts on Metric versus Imperial. So this is one I couldn't fucking wait for, to be honest. Because it's gonna get people triggered, which, fucking good, because your system is fucking shit and doesn't make sense. Like, fucking hell, I don't understand why people still use Imperial, well, I mean, you know, culture. Like, it's this whole the same reason why America still has guns, even after everything else, is because of the culture. Because metric is better than imperial, because conversions actually make fucking sense. And that's the whole point of metric. For example, there is millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. 1 kilometer is roughly 1,000 meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. And then 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. Like, conversions are so fucking easy compared to, like, and even just, like, measuring things. It's just like, how long is this thing? It's 56.3 centimeters. Cool. How long is this thing? It's 5/16ths of an inch. It's like, fucking, what did you say? 5/16ths. Like, that's an actual fucking measurement you retards use? What do you what the fuck? Like, imagine writing that down. That's so fucking dumb. And fucking roast me if you can, because there's nothing you can fucking say that will change my mind at all, because this is a retarded system. But it's just the culture that you use. I mean, I don't understand why you just, like, you know, don't get rid of it completely. I say this is my sort of way how you can, you know, slowly get rid of it over time. Where even like here, most of our rulers, for example, have like centimeters on one side, with the increments of millimeters, but then also on the opposite side it just has inches as well. So I don't know why you just don't start selling like dual rulers and tape measures and stuff like that, and you know, use whatever you think is better for the job, I guess. But even like still, like standards of like building, I guess, wouldn't make sense in a metric. For example, like what's above inches? Is it feet? Yeah, feet. So like for example, my room that I'm currently in is, I think, 4 meters by 3 meters, which in feet, how much would that be? Let me just do a quick meters to feet. So 4 meters is 13.1234 by 9.8425. Yeah, dude, if it has more than one fucking decimal point, that's too fucking much. Like, it's just weird measurements that don't make sense when converted into the other measurement, which is fucking weird as all hell. But you know, I don't know. It's just like the weird culture that's been adapted for some fucking reason. It's just like, we want to be different, so we'll drive on the opposite side of the road. Even though most of the world drives on the left, we're gonna drive on the fucking right. I don't know, but yeah. TLDR, metric is much better because it actually makes fucking sense. Let's see. Bowl Wizard is autistic. Let's see. Crown Apple says, can you describe snow in any way? Have you ever had a Canadian delicacy such as poutine, nanomi bars, and ketchup chips? We have had ketchup chips. We, actually recently just got, like, ketchup chips not that long ago, I think. They're okay. They're not that great, to be honest. I don't know what the fuck. Nanaimo chips? Let me have a fucking Google. Poutine, I know I haven't had before. Let's see. Nanaimo. Nanaimo bar. Oh, it's just salted caramel. Is it? Wait. A bar is a bar dessert which requires no baking and is named after the city of Nanaimo, British Columbia, Vancouver Island. Consists of 3 layers, a waffle and a coconut crumb base, crusted flavored butter icing in the middle with a layer of chocolate ganache on the top. Yeah, dude, that just looks like salted caramel, except without the caramel. Poutine I know I haven't had, but snow, I mean, I know what fucking snow is, I'm not retarded. But just never fucking seen it with my own eyes before. I've never witnessed it, and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking cold, frozen shit. Yeah. What do you mean? Let's see. Don't think there's much else particularly. It's people just banting when I fucking said just questions. I should make just the questions ones. People don't fucking banter. People just exposing a bowler wizard for being autistic. Do fucking hell. Here we are. Let's see. Shekel Stealer says, if you lived in the UK, would you get a porn license, become the equivalent to a monk, or just stopped, become the rapist, or use your imagination? Big yikes from that one. If I lived in the UK, would I get a porn license? Yeah, that's a whole fucking another meme that I just have not looked into at all, which is also hilarious. I don't know, probably get a fucking porn license because I don't want to be a fucking rapist. Also, I don't want to get blue balls because, you know, again, if you've been, like, masturbating regularly throughout your life and whatnot, and you just fucking stop, you're gonna get fucking blue balls, and you're gonna come 20 meters across the room and take out someone's eye. So, I don't know, probably just get a fucking porn license, or, you know, get a VPN, because, you know, people, like, good old locals in Australia having 4chan getting yeeted from them by some ISPs. Just get a fucking VPN, it's not that fucking hard, mate. Oh, Christ. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there for this week's episode. Oh, by the way, there was, I think someone messaged me saying that they actually left a review on iTunes for me, which, please guys, if you really want to help out the podcast and help it grow, that's the biggest way you can possibly help, is by leaving a review on iTunes. Because that's the main way that people, like, gauge stuff and get podcasts. Like, most podcast apps use and hijack the iTunes store for their own search engine and whatnot. And leaving reviews on that puts it in the charts and, you know, potentially getting new listeners, which is would be hilarious to me. Someone listening to this and not watching my content before, but that'd be pretty funny, to be honest, to get it in the top 100, especially for, like, the company section, for doing shit posts. But yeah, but the whole thing with Apple is that they real fucked me pretty hard, because I don't have an iPhone, obviously, which means that I can't get the podcast app, which makes reading reviews really fucking hard. Because to read a review, I do it through my podcast app, Podcast Addict. But to do that, I have to sort by fucking country. So I don't know what fucking country this cunt was, because he never responded to me saying after he left a review. So I can't actually fucking read his review on the bloody podcast. So if you guys do go out of your way to leave a review, thank you. But if you want me to read it on the podcast, you're gonna have to let me know what fucking country you're from that you left it in, because I don't want to have to sort through fucking 50 countries to try and find out if someone left a review. Fuck's sake. So yeah. And secret phrase for this week's podcast. Let's go dessert. Fuck it. What's your favorite dessert? What dessert have you had recently? What's your favorite dessert recipe? I don't fucking know. Yeah, if you have dessert somewhere, or mention dessert somewhere in your comment, I'll give it a little fucking heart react. How about that? And yeah, I guess I will catch you later. I can't.